Wow, what a lovely day. No distractions, no weird things. Nothing's ever gonna go wrong. Saori Sato?
Hi, yes, hello, it is I, Saori Sato, and I'm here to request to you to upload a video about my game.
Sure, but I don't even have Saori Sato on my phone. It's been forever since I played it.
Don't worry, I've planned for that. Look at your phone right now.
Did you unlock my phone?
Okay, now start making the video. Oh my god, why are you taking so long? Are you procrastinating on me right now? Stop it.
Probably call an exorcist, but since you asked so nicely, I'm gonna go play it. Thanks. Hey, it's Editing Caramel here, and I just wanted to point out that this video is heavily inspired by a creator who already made videos on Saori Sato named Ravioli Oli. This is her channel. You should probably go follow her because her content is really good, and like this entire documentary video I'm making is literally based off her, and like her videos like reignited my flame, my hyperfixation for Saori Sato, because I played this game. I was bad at it, but I played this game, and also I'm rocking this Saori Sato haircut, but it's kind of weird because I'm a hijabi, so I have to kind of like improvise, but I hope you guys like the greenness I added to the haircut. In no way, do you get the fun? In no way do I support no way. This guy is a creep. Like, do you see the game? Why do we need execution methods? Why do we need to take an extra pair of underwear? Why do we need to do all of these things? Also, why do we have to get tampons? Why? Like, you get it. Why is there such a hyperfixation on periods, on like toilets, on like feminine hygiene? Like, dude, what? It doesn't have anything to do with the game as well. And there's execution methods at a high school. That's so creepy. Also recording on my phone, but he has, or they, I don't know who made the channel, but he has a channel and it's called Schoolgirl AI Online, and it's just so messy. Okay, if you go to oldest, you can see the SS anime videos. These are the footages. These are like the videos. You can go ahead and watch them, but I'm also going to show them in the video. These are pretty interesting, and I actually played the game during, I think, like yeah, right before he like made Wildlife. I already started playing the game, and let me tell you, I was born in 2010. You can do the maths of how young I was back then. If you want to learn more of Saori Sato, don't look at these like newer ones. They're just random updates he's doing that nobody really cares for. You can scroll down. There's videos of like his gameplay. I'll show you guys where you can find that later, but yeah, don't like these videos above is mostly like the JP remake, his new game Emo, and also like the multiplayer updates. He also, I think, has a video of like the mug shots. These are like his apps. I guess there's like 4 apps. There's more, but like I didn't download all of them because like I mainly only play like the Wildlife and like the Wildlife only. But like I think you can see here that this is his newest game. It is Emo. It's like a game. I don't know, I haven't played before. I'll play it later. But this is Wildlife. This is the game we're gonna talk about. This is the game we're gonna be playing. There's SS Anime. I can't download that. I'll just talk about it though. This is the multiplayer thing where it's so creepy and you might get groomed. And this is the Mercenaries one. The Mercenaries one's kind of cool. I just can't play it because I'm really bad. I'll show you guys all that in just a second. Buddy, you wanna be a part of the Saori Sato content? Yeah, he's very orange, by the way, and he doesn't like being pet, so we're gonna continue on the video. Enough chit-chatting. It's time to get to the part you've all been waiting for. Let's get to the gameplay. I'm probably gonna die, though, so I'll probably steal some footage from No Way, but let's play. We've entered Sayama High grounds. You guys can get a little preview here of what our girl Saori looks like. And I think on the side you can see a little horse. Yeah, that's the only wildlife you're getting here. That's the only wildlife we're getting. Now let me take a second to explain to you guys how the menu works. So, we can crawl, and if you can see that lethal button there, if you press lethal, you can get a punch button, because originally this game had weapons, but it was like censored, so now you can only punch. And my favorite feature, Sora. So Sora has 3 modes. She has a camera, which is this one right here, and yeah. Now, does Sora really do anything? No, but she's cute to have around, and also you have to take care of her and Saori because they can die. Yes, Saori and Sora, they can die, so you have to take care of them. Also, here's a little function of the phone in action, and here's me taking a picture of Misa, and if you're wondering why I'm taking so long to take a picture, I was stuck on this menu. When I finally got it right, here's me taking a little picture of Sora, so you guys can get a little close-up view. Oh, look at Sora! So here's a little creepy fact. You know these like flags all around the school? They used to be red and black. And the center there now is like a panty, but it used to be like a kanji. And let me just tell you, the image is sort of reminiscent of a different flag, and I'll let you figure that out yourself. Okay, now I'm gonna explain the entire lore so that when I do the deep dive, you're gonna fully understand what I mean. If you want to watch a full gameplay, you can either go to Ravioli Oli's channel or go to the super online, I forgot the name, the channel and watch the gameplay, but I'm going to explain via my voice and some images the story. Okay, so Saori Sato, this girl, the green-haired girl and the supervisor of Sayama High. She's a student but also a supervisor at Sayama, so she's like multitasking it, I guess. Okay, so she's a supervisor and it's her first day being a supervisor at Sayama High. And she goes to her locker and finds a note. She then does the usual, like she puts her possessions in the locker, she gets ready for school and her shift, grabs her handcuffs, her handcuff keys, and also her bolt cutters, which are in different rooms, by the way, so like, yeah, you can watch a gameplay. Let me introduce you to a certain NPC that we actually saw in my clip earlier called Midori Flynn. Actually helped Midori with a quest where she needs to find her tampons, and by helping her with that quest, you can actually get some info from her about where to find a roll of duct tape. Now, finding a roll of duct tape is actually an objective that you need to do as Saori. After you find your duct tape, you can actually do another scene where you show Midori what you'll use the duct tape for. Now, if you play the game, there'll be like a scenario where she asks you what you'll do with it, and if you answer, you can do this. Yeah, other than that really weird scene, at least now Saori can finally start her shift officially as a supervisor. Okay, we're gonna get the whole starting the shift thing out of the way. Basically, she talks to Yakamon and then she wears like this black outfit with a black hat. I'll show you a picture of it later. Just, yeah, it's not really that important. Basically, she just changes clothes and then she gets a scouter. Making our way, trying to find our second hat gifted by Yakamon, we find a note underneath the hat. It's a note of someone who feels like somebody who read a diary entry of someone that is so sick that it disgusted the person writing this note. The person reveals this diary belongs to a person named Akane Maki. Basically, after this, there's a bunch of stuff that happens. We kind of go to the bathroom, find like this weird graffiti, then we clean it up. Basically, a bunch of side quests, but I'm gonna skip to the important part, okay? If you want to see that part, you can again go to Ravioli Oli's channel or just go to the channel and watch the gameplay. I'm just giving you the important parts so that we can get to the deep dive already. Remember that key card we picked up the very beginning of this story? You remember what Akane Maki looks like? Yeah, get ready for this next picture because it gets even wilder. Akane Maki tied up in the very room that our keycard unlocks. It raises so many questions. Who tied her up here? Why is she here? And what happened? Who is Akane Maki? And as you can see in the clips above, have you realized that there are execution machines all around the school? Yeah, you get it right now. Alright, it's time to talk about my theories and some information and some deep diving on Saori Sato. Let's go. Okay, so I made a board in Ibis Paint, so we're gonna talk about Akane Maki first, okay? Who is Akane Maki? If you have already played the game, you probably already know that she is the old supervisor, but just in case you don't know, she's the old supervisor. She was pretty corrupt in her ways. She like basically sort of abused her power, but she was also having like this crisis about being a nice person while also being mean, so you get it, right? Also, don't worry if this video doesn't like touch on everything. I'm gonna make another video. So this video is like just sort of like going into the shallow pool. We're not gonna go really deep diving first because like I just want to explain to you guys the basics first. Hey, do you remember the tied up picture I showed you guys? Don't worry, I'm gonna show you guys a video of me actually playing it and going into the room so you can just feel how creepy it is. Basically, you save her, you cut her like handcuffs, she leaves the room and sort of like gives you this trust test, and it's just really creepy. I'll show it to you later, but like also like not to leave you on a cliffhanger, Midori Lin saves you after like Akane Maki gives you like this trust test. Basically she just ties you up and goes like, I'll be back in 5 minutes, we can be besties, I'll buy you some snacks. Also, there's an entire part that I forgot to tell you guys. After she dies, we sort of like ask around about her with like these girls, and I have a theory about these girls and they might have some correlation on her. But that's probably all gonna be in a different video because there is so many characters. I don't want to make you guys dizzy, so we're gonna put that aside for now. Oh, and there's a part of the school I haven't showed you. It's the basement, and it gets worse from there. So pack it up because we are gonna take a journey to the basement, and that's where you're gonna see the truth of this game. Just tell you, the basement in this game is the creepiest thing ever. You know how there's usually like the music of Saori Sato playing in the background? Well, that music stops when you enter the basement, and oh my god, this basement is so unorganized. There are rooms and like ways and paths that lead to nowhere, signs everywhere saying do not enter and hazardous. It makes you feel terrible for being down there even though you're the supervisor. There's also a bunch of toilet objects and bathroom objects all around the basement, and oh my god, it's so disturbing. Like, there's rooms where there's just toilets and beds. Like, it's also really heavily implied that these used to be cells because the old supervisor, aka, you know, Akane, she used to like sell bad students and punish them, and I'll get onto that later. Also, proof of how winding this place is, you're gonna see me get lost a little bit later in this video, in this clip. I'm gonna get lost. Entering some of these rooms, you'll even see like cells and torture devices. It's just really weird and dark, and like, from a developer standpoint, it's really sick that he added these things to the game. From a story standpoint, it's really sick that Akane did all these things. I'm just gonna skip to the important parts because this basement is so big. If I did a video on just this basement, it'd probably be like an hour long. We enter like this small hallway corridor, and like it's red, and let me tell you, as you enter the lower basement, guess what? It gets even more red. It also doesn't help that the room that I found after this hallway, you want to guess what room it is? Yeah, you want to guess what it is? Well, let me give you some moments, because this is the room I found after that. A room with toilets and see-through glass and a camera, as if it wasn't bad enough. And there's multiple, meaning this was probably something that happened in like large groups where they had to do it in separate rooms. We then enter another weird room where there's this glass sort of cage in the middle and people watching. It's like sitting in there, you can't see people outside, but the people outside, they can see you. Now, with all of the info we've gathered on the basement and the game, let's get to the next part, and I'm gonna explain to you guys some theories, and yeah, we're just gonna do a little recap. Let's also talk about the developer, aka Noe, because he has some really weird things, and there's a lot of fandom drama, because, you know, it's like a really old game, so obviously there's been a lot of stuff that happened, but hear me out, it's pretty interesting, like the lore of Saori Sato. It's even worse. Let me tell you a little secret. There used to be a guillotine. All around the map, you can literally see execution machines and like ways to off someone. And you know, just from that, can you tell how weird the developer is? Like, why is it that everyone who touches Unity assets is cursed? Like, is it just me? Well, except for like, You know, High School Simulator and Schoolgirl Supervisor, like those are good games. A huge like headline, I don't support No Way, you shouldn't support No Way, he's not a good person. I just like Saori Sato, and like I just want to make this video because I like it, and yeah. It's time to get to the last part of this video. Don't worry, as I said, I'm gonna make a part 2. So yeah, let's get to the last part of this video, which is Discord diving and just talking about No Way and his history with these games. You might be wondering why I'm wearing a different outfit. I just went out, I just watched my cats, and okay, so I want to talk about the Discord, but it's really boring and it's actually really disappointing. Like I didn't get much info from it, and that part. So just like any other Discord channel, there's his account, there's channels, there's rules, there's like a rule board, and there's also like channels where you can like interact with people, talk about your avatar and stuff. But here's where it gets interesting. He has like channels for the remakes and updates for the game, but here's the thing. He does this really sneaky thing that doesn't make sense, and he sort of like gatekeeps it. He like, there's a channel for it. You can look at it. You can like go to the channel, but when you open that channel, it literally says you can't view this channel. I'm sorry, you just can't view this channel. It's not on you, it's on me. So like literally all I could do in there was like I could just look at the chat and then the avatar thing, and then like yeah, that's sort of it. I didn't really do anything in there. I just kind of like I mainly went there for the update channel, you know, because I was like maybe I could get some info, some intel here, but no, it was restricted from me, so I couldn't see it anyway. But you know, at least now I know what the Discord looks like, and it's not that big of a deal. Like you could just play the game without joining the Discord server. There's really not much to do there. So that brings us to the next part of this video. Since this Discord part isn't as long as I expected it to be, I've decided to do some. Remember the 4 apps I downloaded in the beginning of this video? I'm gonna play them, including Emo and what was it? Including the Mercenaries game, but I have to tell you, I have to warn you first, I'm bad at it. I'm bad at the Mercenaries game, and I don't know what the Emo game's gonna be like, so let's just play. Okay, so I checked the App Store. The App Store doesn't have Emo and it doesn't have JP, at least not on his like account. So I'm probably gonna play JP on my phone and also Emo because the App Store doesn't have Emo. I think it's like an Android thing. So I have here Emo and JP. I'm gonna play this on my phone. I'm gonna record it on my phone, so it's probably gonna be less, like it's gonna be more low quality, but bear with me, okay? Okay, so as you can see here, I have the wildlife, which I'm not gonna play. I can give you guys a full gameplay though someday. And we have the multiplayer game with Akane as the profile picture. So we're gonna play it now. I don't know what they did to my girl Akane in the thumbnail, but we're not gonna talk about that. Entering the game, you can pick if you want to play under Schoolgirls Online or Schoolgirl AI. I'm gonna play Schoolgirl AI because the under Schoolgirls Online is like the JP one, and there's a lot to talk about, okay? Like this game is wide and there's a lot of customization, so let's get that out the way. So when you first enter the game, you get like greeted with this music, and it's pretty loud. This is like, I already turned down the music so it doesn't hurt your ears, but like trust me, the original music is so loud. So there are shops for uniforms, accessories, banglets, like armbands, and there's like sample characters that you can pick if you're like not too keen on customization. But I do advise you do customize because there's a lot of cute like character customization options. This over here is my OC, which you can actually see if you go to my art account. I have a TikTok, I'll put it in the description if you want to check it out. You can pick language and stuff, and dances, there's animations to personalize, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so here's the gambling 50-50 part. There are servers where it's super weird, like there's weird names like this one that I'm circling, and there's also servers where it's just normal playing, you know, like cool maps, but like it's just a 50-50, okay? I'm not gonna click the weird map, because why? So this is the map. This is where you start off when you play the game, and okay, there used to be an older map, but I'm just glad that they changed it because the older map had some pretty weird buildings. Not saying that this one doesn't have a particularly weird building. There's a bunch of nice buildings like strewn across the map like this. Headquarters, and when you enter, you get like a new song, and it's a nice background music, and it's a tall building, so there's like a rooftop, but I kind of forgot how to use the elevator, so you'll see this clip and you'll see me entering the elevator trying to go up. Yeah, and then I went out and I was still on the ground floor. Some more wholesome areas like this park. We can even see Misa running around with her magician hat, and it's just a really cute place. We got like some music boxes over here and a few more NPCs running around, and it's pretty nice. It's a pretty like friendly environment. There's even like this cute like photo booth area where you take a picture with the CCTV, I guess. I don't know, I didn't know they did that, you know, I thought they were for security. Now here's the hospital where there is only syringes, so no matter what sickness you have, I guess you just inject this syringe with like, I guess like a superpower like medicine, because how does that heal? What are you healing? There's this super cute canteen, and I found Midori! We got our girl Midori over here. She got a bottle of water and this huge like cape. Like, alright girl, pop off. There's also a manga store, and there's like these cute Saori ones until you see that one with her hands in the back. We don't talk about that. So yeah, here's where it gets weird. You see that purple building? Yeah, that's for later. I just want to talk about this cool pink block here. If you click this, you can click a thing to mount, to ride. I clicked Centipede just to show you how insane this is, because you know, when do you ever get to ride a centipede? Like, isn't that insane? Also, this centipede is huge. Okay, I really hate this building, but I, of course, have to talk about it because this is something that I just have to show you to talk about the developer's personality and what type of person he is by adding this building. Let me guess, just by the music alone, what do you think this building is? Like, by this loud bass-boosted music. And by the words on the outside. Let me just show you by walking upstairs for a second. Yeah, it's a club. I don't know what you expected. It's a club. And I don't know why he added this, but yeah, let's move on to the next app, shall we? I think I'm over with this app already. Now it's time to deep dive into the Tactical Schoolgirls game. Yeah, I know I keep calling this game Mercenaries, but that's because like when you enter the game, there's a screen and it says like Mercenaries. Sorry guys, it's actually called Tactical Schoolgirls. So it starts off like your usual PvP game. You spawn in, there's a bunch of weapons on the table, and I decided to grab the katana because like I'm a slasher, I guess. And I don't know how this girl over here did not see me like walk past her. I guess I'm invisible like that, but I was right in front of her. I think you guys saw that. Now starting this match like the pro I am, I went through the side route and I tried like being really stealthy over here, but then I immediately got caught and I panicked a little, so I tried like climbing up these stairs, but then as we know, I fall down and panic, and cue this scene where I'm just walking back and forth because I'm really panicked, and I got spotted by like 3 girls at the same time, and I'm trying to escape, but I'm really dumb in this moment, so I just keep going back and forth, even though there's like a pathway on the side. It's not visible, but there's literally a pathway on the side. I'm also gonna censor this because of YouTube guidelines, so yeah, don't mind the blurs. And we all know where this ends. So yeah, I die, and that's the end of Tactical Schoolgirls. Yeah, that was multiplayer and Tactical Schoolgirls. I hope my gameplay was at least enough to get you at least to understand what the game is, but multiplayer is sort of like a weird, like, okay, it's like there's a balance. Like, there's the good role plays and there's the weird fetish role plays. Get on to the next part of the video. It's time for the games that are only available on my phone, and if you're asking, I'm not gonna play Wildlife because there's literally, like, there's a whole clip in the beginning where I was talking, that's Wildlife. And if you guys want me to do a separate video where I actually do play Wildlife seriously, I'll make one. Don't worry. Just give me your reviews. This is just the starter video. It's my first video. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I'm recording on my phone as well, but I I'm just gonna let, because like the other two games were on my iPad, but this is on my phone, so you can see me playing it while, you know, I play it, you can see me, so it's like that. But basically, like, let's turn this volume up, shall we? Okay, so JP is basically like wildlife, but you can play with your own character and you can play with multiple people. Yeah, see, you see there's like options. There's story mode, there's lobby options, there's story mode, there's lobby, there's multiplayer, there's fashion contest. I never go to fashion contest. I'm sorry, I'm just not confident enough. But I do usually go on story mode or the multiplayer lobby. Now, there's two options for the multiplayer lobby. You could pick public maps, and that's actually an option that will come in emo. I'll show you later, but basically multiplayer is like, yeah, there is no servers right now, but usually if there's servers, you could pick, you could make a public server, you could make a sandbox server, and you can also make what's it called? A public server with like a map somebody already made. Now, the maps, they carry on through games. What's going on with my job right now? They carry on through games, so you can find the same map in emo and also like JP. So that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna show you like what it is like, I guess. Basically, yeah, you're just playing Saori Sato. If you pick story mode at least, you're playing as Saori Sato, and you're playing as Saori Sato, but you're using your character. You get it? Yeah. The multiplayer world, as I said, you can play with other people and just basically like play the story with like other people in the server. And you can also like what's it called? Ride this horse. Basically, it's literally just wildlife, but like you're playing with other people and you can play as your own character, which is kind of fun if you think about it. And here's a weird feature. You know, in wildlife, you can punch people, and that's the violence in the game. That's basically how you off somebody. But in this game, it's a bit different. You get a kiss button, and how you off someone is by kissing them. Awkward, I know. Let me just show that. This is so weird. This is so weird. I hate this. Let's just, find somebody to kiss, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm just showing you guys this. Wait, oops. Oh god, I pressed the kiss button. No, I don't want to. No thanks. Okay. Basically, yeah, if you go here and then you go to somebody, oh god, I really hate it. I just really hate it. Okay, if you go here, oh god, I went through the map. If you go here and then you kiss someone, oh, this is so weird. Don't know how to do it. Oh, wait. I don't know how to do it, but like basically you can kiss them and they'll off. I just want to show it to you guys so you guys understand what I mean. I'm not a crazy person, by the way. Yeah. So that's the kissing and death feature, I guess. That's all for this game. It's the same game, just you get to kiss people to death and you can play with other people. So that's the gist of this game. Let's move on to I finally made it to the last game. Sorry, but I don't think I'm gonna use face cam for this one. This, my friends, this is called Emo. This is his newest game, I guess, where it's emo girls. I don't know why there are two. I didn't press anything. So there's a shop, by the way, so you can pick which girl you want to be, and yeah, we can see there are some pretty interesting choices. But let's go ahead and go to lobby, I guess. Yeah, that's also it if you're asking. Like, there's tests for idols, I guess, if you want to look. It's not that interesting, in my opinion. It's just like, you know, the usual. We'll test it while we're playing in the map. Okay, so I played this before for testing, but basically none of these maps have anything. So let's just pick public maps. This is what I mean, by the way, earlier when I said, oh, you can pick public maps, and it continues in every game he makes, because this is available as well in the JP and the multiplayer games. You can play public games across all of his games. So like, these are not just like an emo thing. This was a thing in the other games as well. So Yeah, cafe and bakery. That sounds lovely. Let's go to Cherry Rose Cafe. Okay, so this is the map, and it's very lovely. Very good job, whoever made this. I forgot the name, but yeah, this is a very lovely map. And wait, holy crap! You have a gun. Wait. Oh my god, we got a shotgun. I'm also not holding the shotgun correctly because her arm is way down there. Don't know how this works, but yeah, we have a shotgun. I don't need the shotgun. Can we not use the shotgun? I just want to enjoy a nice cafe. Please, please let go of the shotgun. Wait, how do I stop this? Let's put this away for now, ma'am. We don't need the shotgun right now. You know what? I don't know how to put it away, so we're just gonna have to deal with this. I promise I won't shoot anyone here. Yeah, there's no one here anyway, but like, let's check out this map, shall we? And I think this is actually the only thing emo is. Basically, like, you just go to public rooms, you use one of these avatars, and you shoot things. I don't know why there's a gun. Like, I tested in another map, in the sandbox and default map. You still have this gun. Whoever made this, you're really talented. I really love this map. It's like you have the sofas, the outdoor areas, you have this cute little, it's a really cute place. You have like cookies, you got a whole menu, that's so cool. You have the sinks, you have like more seats. This is a really great custom map to like roleplay in. You even have ice cream flavor, that's so cool. There's even chocolate fondue. What is your favorite chocolate fondue thing, guys? I don't like fruits. I use like biscuits. And like those small donuts, like yeah, those are my favorite freaking. Even cake. I mean, I don't know, you guys. Can you tell from my name what my favorite dessert is? Cause like, wait, is that? That's caramel pudding. Did you guys see that? That's caramel pudding. That's me. That's me over there. That's me. But like, this is a really cool map, and to be honest, I feel like emo is like a cool game if developed properly. I just hope you won't make this game weird, cause like it's a cool game, man. Like, just let the people do their thing, don't make weird stuff, and maybe like remove the gun from being like in your default inventory. Listen, some of us don't need guns. I don't need the gun. Okay, I don't need the PvP. I just want to roleplay, and make it easier to unequip this thing. How do I unequip this thing? So like, yeah, I guess that's the only thing I have to say about emo. Okay, so theories. She's definitely the one who did this to Akane, and this character has some pretty interesting development. And sorry.
Excuse me, Miss Kremel. Why did you get distracted? Why are you playing emo? This is not the point of the video. Remember the theories? I assigned you a mission.
Working on it, okay? It takes a while to make up a script, and most of the theories I'm making aren't complete yet.
Well, get your butt ready and get your freaking uniform on and do it quicker. Come on, July and August is coming soon. That's your deadline for part 2, right? You know what? I'll help you.
What do you mean? What? Whoa, did you change my clothes? Where in the world did my notepad and my pen go?
Not important. You can do all that on your iPad. Anyway, I put on your Saori Sato uniform and cosplay. So, you better start scripting, or the deadline's coming, and you know what happens when that happens. So, I'm being nice.
Thanks, Saori. You even got the Shrek pajamas underneath the jacket, right?
I know. I know what you use underneath your jackets. It's always the weird elaborate t-shirts. Anyway, I did leave something in your pocket for you to give your viewers and for yourself, so you should probably check it out.
My pocket? I don't think there's anything in there. I mean, wait a minute. Did you put something in my pocket? Oh my god. Wait a minute. Also give the viewers the rose from your pocket. Oh my god, there's no way there's a rose in my... Sorry, you cheeky bastard. When did you sneak this in my pocket? Well, might as well. Here you go. But actually, I hope you guys enjoyed this funny little skit, because This is part 1 of my first ever video, at least first ever serious video on YouTube. I made a gacha channel back then, but this is my first ever serious video on YouTube, so I really hope you enjoyed it. If there are still some bad stuff, this is my first video and I edited all of this on my iPad, so I hope it's at least a good enough video to start off my YouTube shenanigans. And also give a round of applause for Sherlock. He's been here, listen, ever since the beginning of scripting. He's always been here. He's been here from the beginning of my scripting to this point, the ending editing video. And he's also, if you hear like loud breathing, it's probably him. And also if you hear like noises in the background, it's him. I'm never alone in this room, by the way. Like, there's always him or like another cat, but like, just letting you know, the entire gameplay, he's probably in the back sleeping. This is like where I sit right from my videos. You guys see me sitting here, and then the iPad is here. Sorry for my messy room, but this is where I sit. Then this is where the iPad is. This is where he is. He's right behind me in every freaking video. So yeah, if you hear anything from the back, don't mind the Usagi pencil case. If you hear anything from the back, it's him. Also, don't mind the rusty wallpaper.